Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Today I'm going to be doing a plan with me and my Hobonichi Cousin. And I'm going to be featuring the bullet journal method. So this is how I will implement it into my weekly schedule or plan. The first thing I like to do is pick a color scheme or theme. I like to do that because it's easy when I'm flipping through pages to see that, oh, that was the month of this. So specifically, I picked rainbow colors for the first couple weeks of school, like primary colors, just because that reminds me of, kids and crayons and things like that. My favorite pens are the dual Tombow brushes and, of course, the Uniball Signa gel pens, and then my tried and true Pigma Micron. Anyway, so I can leave a list in the description below. The second thing that I like to do is time block or do my basic framework. This is where I do time management so that I know between those specific hours I will be at work. If I want to work on any other task or project, it will have to be around that schedule. So I'm basically plugging in my schedule for the week. I always work at the same time every day with weekends and holidays off. And then another thing that I like to do that I wanted to share with you guys is that I color code each day differently. It gives me sort of a visual so that I can know which day I'm doing what and to focus on that specific day. Like, for example, the weekend is purple, And then it gives it a little bit of color and it just makes my spreads look more uniform. So then I'm going to color it all in and label it. I like to do the dates at the top and the days to make them stand out a little bit, and it makes them look nice. The next thing that I like to do is do my sidebar with rapid logging or daily tasks. That's where I would plug in any things that I want to accomplish that week. Also, another tip that I wanted to share with you, and this is for my stampers out there, is that when you're stamping in a Hobonichi, of course, you're stamping in a book. You don't take the pages out. So a little thing or tip to help you is if you have or can get your hands on a thin acrylic block, you can put it underneath that specific page, and then it gives you a more hard surface to stamp on for a better, clear image. Another tip that I like to share is that I also block out when I go to sleep so that I can utilize that space in my planner at the bottom for a to-do list for that day. So like that in the bottom is where I would plug in my projects, or specifically if you're using the GTD system, my next actions list would go down there for that specific day. And then the next thing that I like to do is sync my calendar. Now, these aren't specifically time events, but they are dated events, meaning holidays, birthdays, bill dues, things like that, where you have that whole day to do them, but not necessarily at a specific hour. I put that at the top underneath the dates, so this is just like a reminder, hey, call mom or dad or cousin or whatever, or that it's coming up so you can mail out a card. The next thing that I like to do right below that is my habits. So this would fall under my weekly schedule, and that's basically, like I said, for that specific day, like on this Monday, I had to ride the bus because one of my friends wasn't going to be there, or coworker, wasn't going to be there. So I wanted to cover her. So then I would write in anything that I have to do that is timed, like, I have to have a meeting or an appointment, things like that. The last thing that I like to do here is where I was telling you is plug in my projects list. Now, again, going back to the GTD system, if you're working on a project, you will always have your next actions list. So I pull from my projects and from my monthly log, which is on my monthly pages, and write in what I'm going to be doing this week in the sidebar so that I can know what I want to accomplish this week and then plug it in where I can. The last thing that I like to do is add a little bit of decoration. Of course, for me, that's stamping. I do use some stickers too, but I prefer stamps. So that's, something that you might like to do. I don't really use a lot of the bottom space on the weekend. That's why I have that little area where I can add a stamp or so. And of course, because they're little school kids, I wanted to, in keeping with the school theme, I added some crayons, pencils, books, things like that, just as a little decoration to remind myself, yay, back to school week. And that's pretty much it for this week. I'm going to go ahead and color it in and show you the end result. I usually leave it like this and color or fill in areas as the week goes. So this is more of like a plan as I go type of thing. But also that the setup that I did takes about 20 minutes at the beginning of the week. I hope you enjoyed this and that it was helpful. Either way, until next time, happy planning, everyone. Bye.